Hello all, we're back with another amazing and awesome episode.
Just get to the point already.
Huh? What was that? Huh? Oh yeah, my partner everyone.
Yeah, are we done yet?
No, we just got started.
Really? Well, what's next? I got places to be.
On to our weekly updates. We have our final total for our jogathon.
Really? How much did we make? 10, 500?
Actually, we made a little of 4,700.
Really? So close to making Mr. Romano and other teachers eat a cricket.
You know what? I bet we can get there because I want to see him eat some crickets.
Yeah, that would be gross. So we need to help them.
Yep, all of you out there gotta help us.
I know. We can get to 5,000. We only need 300.
Totally. So if you have any more donations, turn them into the front office as soon as possible.
Speaking of a jogathon, we will be holding our principal's recess this Friday for all who raise over $10.
Your teacher will have a list for Principal's Recess Day.
Also, we will finally get to see some teachers being pied.
That's right. We will have Jogathon Rewards Assembly on Friday, December 22nd to watch some teachers get pied.
And if we get that additional $300, watch some teachers eat crickets.
Yep, can't wait.
This Thursday, we will have our winter celebration.
Each class will be performing in an amazing song for the parents.
The performance is broken into 2 sections, with TK, second, going first.
And third, fifth after that.
More information will be sent out soon.
Also, we will be live streaming the event for any extended family members that are unable to make the in-person performance.
Cool. Where can we find that link?
Well, it will be here on the Charging Forward channel.
That's awesome. So, are we done yet?
No, it's time for birthdays.
Sweet. I love cake. Let's get to those birthdays for some birthday cake.
Where did she go?
Sorry, went to try to get some cake for the birthdays, but still couldn't find any.
Hey, what's that noise?
Another bad transition with some foreshadowing?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Many of us today take for granted the ability to wirelessly call someone using a cell phone or even simply turn on a radio and listen to music. But there was time when sending music, phone calls, or just talking always had to be tied down to a wire connected between multiple devices. While radio transmission may seem like old technology now, they are still used in many capacities. Radio waves are all around us, but there was a time when you were only able to have a radio waves travel within a small distance. Guglielmo Marconi was an Italian creator that spent most of his life working on radio telegraphy. Radio telegraphy is a way to send messages by radio waves. Today, we mostly associate with this technology. With the use of Morse code on ships, for example, for a long time, ships traveling across the Atlantic Ocean, such as the Titanic, would not be able to communicate with other ships or ports. But with the work of Marconi, radio telegraphy allowed for the sending of radio transmissions in the form of text or beeps that could be decoded into messages. Now we do not use Morse code and radio telegraphy as much, but without this breakthrough technology, we cannot communicate the way we do today.
On Friday, our 5th grade Lady Chargers took on the Tigers of Mesa Union.
The Lady Chargers entered the game at 0-1 after dropping a heartbreaker to Rio Real in their opening game a few weeks ago.
While the Rio Real game did not go our way, the Lady Chargers played with great effort and continued to improve.
Here's a score from Plaza Mesa game.
Saturday was supposed to also be the 3rd and 4th grade Lady Chargers' first game against Rio Linda.
Unfortunately, Rio Linda was unable to play the game, which means our 3rd, 4th grade Lady Chargers get a win.
The Lady Chargers will play their first official game on Saturday, 12-16 versus Brecky.
This game will take place at Powell Gym at 9 a.m.
We can't wait to see some highlights from that game.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to the weather. It is going to get a little windy and finally get chilly this week. Morning temps are starting to dip in the low 50s and high 40s. That means you need to bundle up in layers. Daytime temps should get no higher than low 70s with most days in the high 60s. We may get some rain late in the week, but Thursday should be okay for those amazing winter song performances. As we head towards winter break, the weather should finally start feeling like winter with temps continuously dropping over time. We'll stay warm out there, and that is this week's weather forecast.
Hey y'all, and we are back with more interviews. With all of these different holidays coming up, we wanted to see what are people's favorite holidays. My favorite holiday is Christmas because I like giving and receiving gifts. Anyway, let's see what your favorite holiday is.
Jomphe. Kaylee. What's your favorite holiday and why?
Halloween.
Okay. Today I'm here with
Michael.
What's your favorite holiday and why?
Christmas because you get a lot of presents.
Thank you. I'm here with
Alexa.
What's your favorite holiday and why?
Halloween because you can get free candy.
Thank you. Today I'm here with
Audrey.
What's your favorite holiday and why?
Christmas because I get a lot of presents.
Thank you. Today I'm here with
Leslie.
What's your favorite holiday and why?
Christmas because I get a lot of gifts.
Thank you. Today I'm here with
Ruby.
What's your favorite holiday and why?
Christmas because, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Today I'm here with
Miss Herrera.
What's your favorite holiday and why?
My favorite holiday is Christmas because it is time for family and good food.
Thank you.
Ariana.
What's your favorite holiday and why?
Christmas because I get to spend time with my family.
Thank you.
Hey y'all, it is winter and it is time for some winter-themed books. The Snowy Day, written and illustrated by Ezra Jack Keats, takes place in a big snowy city. As Peter awakens, he discovers that snow has fallen during the night. He celebrates this day by putting on his red snowsuit after breakfast and heading out outside for an adventure. When he gets outside, he finds snow that is piled high. Peter makes the snowman, snow angels, and pretends to be a mountain climber. When Peter first makes his way out of the house, he comes across older kids having a snowball fight. Peter realizes that he should not try to join this activity with bigger children when he is knocked down by a stray snowball. The author-illustrator Ezra Jack Keats presents a great little winter tale good for all ages. While we here in Rio don't get snowy days like Peter, we can gain an adventure in the story and experience. Some snow day have fun through Peter's eyes. Check it out, and also don't forget to record a Rio Reader review. Maybe your book review will be in our next episode.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to this week's Teacher Tech Tip. This week, we're going to be utilizing Google Draw. Now, with the holidays coming up, a lot of people like to make ornaments or gifts or drawings, a lot of cool stuff. Google Draw is a great way to make really cool drawings. So for example, today, I'm going to show you how you can make a snowman, but you can do things such as wreaths, houses, gingerbread men, gingerbread women, presents, anything. You just got to use different combinations of shapes. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a snowman. And to make a snowman, we're going to be using some very basic shapes. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click. And if you remember from previous, you can use 2 fingers to right click. And I'm going to change my background to something of a different color. This way I can really see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a circle. Now I'm going to use the shift key as I click and drag on this circle because that's going to keep a uniform shape. Now this will be the base of my snowman. I'm going to go up to fill color and I'm going to change it to white. From here, I'm going to add additional circles to make my snowman. So again, I hold the shift key and I make this one just slightly smaller. Now you'll notice a red line. That's a great way to align and line things up in Google Draw. I got to make one more that's going to now act as his head. So I make my final circle and I open it up. And now I have a snowman's body and a snowman's head. Now I can adjust the circles to any size I want, make them the way I want, move them around. Now we have the base of our snowman. Now I like my snowman to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to right click, left click, select all, and hold shift and pull. And when I do that, I've now made my snowman a little bit bigger. Now from here, we need to add some pieces to our snowman. First, I'm going to add some buttons. We need to make buttons for the front of the snowman. So I'm going to use that same shape, and I'm actually going to build these pretty big. So I'm going to start holding shift and build it pretty big. Now I'm going to make my buttons red. So I'm going to start with a nice red shape. Then I want to make the outline really dark. So I'm either going to go with a maroon or a darker red, and I'm going to make it super thick. Now I have the beginning of a button. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to add 2 little circles of a different color or black. So again, hold shift, add circles, line them up. Now I'm going to go right click, copy, and right click paste. And now I have my 2 circles. Now I need to make both of these black. And I want to center them to the entire piece. Now I have the basis of a button. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the button, I'm going to hold shift, and I'm going to shrink that button down. Now you're probably noticing my outline looks really weird. And that is true. So I'm going to go back up and I'm going to change my outline till it hits a number that seems to fit the size there. So I'm going to keep shrinking it down, and it's really important that you select everything in your button. And now I have some shrunk buttons, and again, if my border looks weird, I can always just take that border and I can change it even smaller. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to bring it over and I'm going to use that red line to line it up. And when I want to make a second one, I go Control C and Control V, and now I can line them up. Now at any point, if it gets too hard to move, you can go up here and you can change what the view is. You can go all the way to 200 or more and zoom in and out. So now I'm going to do it again, Control V, Control C, and I have my 3 buttons. Now if I take my 3 buttons, I want to line them up. Now some of you might realize your button, you might move it and things might occur and might drop. So if you select it and you right click it and you go group, now my button will have everything in there. So I'm going to take this button, Control C, Control V, and use that red line. You may see some blue lines show up too. Those are there to help you align things. If you do it and it's the same distance, it will align it up. So there are my buttons. Now I need to add some eyes. I'm going to make the eyes out of circles again. This time I'm going to just make them black because coal. Now once I make one, I can just copy and paste. and there's my eyes. Now the next part is if I want to make a smile for this snowman, I have a couple options I can do. I could make individual little coal pieces. I could bring in a shape that's such as a rainbow, and I can put that there, or I can take individual little circles and I can totally make a bunch of little dots. So I'm gonna go ahead and make tiny little coal pieces. And all I gotta do is copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, and I can do a bunch of them, and then I can line them up where I want them. So I can start putting them in. I can use the align tools, or I can just put them in and make it kind of like a kid would make it, or make it very natural on what occurs. And I like that. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. So we need a few more things for our snowman. The last thing that we need to do is we need some arms and we need a nose. In this case, I'm gonna make the nose be like a carrot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a triangle. I'm gonna throw that right here. And I'm gonna grab this little piece and I'm gonna rotate the triangle. I'm gonna rotate it to 90 degrees and I'm gonna shrink its skin. Now I have a triangle. Now my triangle looks okay, but I need to make it orange. Now if I was to just throw this on, it looked pretty good. I can adjust it up, throw on my triangle, probably looks pretty good, not bad. But we can even do more. What's really cool is you can use shades and other colors, other shapes, other colors, all sorts of things to create the illusion of certain pieces. For example, let's take a moon, make it dark, and I'm gonna right click it and I'm gonna rotate it and flip it. Now, some carrots, when you go to the store, have these little lines on them, these little ridges. So I'm gonna try to recreate that look by using a moon shape that I can drag down, and I'll make it have segments. So we'll come here, put a little moon in, might shrink it up a little bit, and now I have some segments in my carrot. And now if I select all three of these, again group, now when I shrink it, my carrot will have these little segments on it, almost like a real carrot. Now the last little thing I need to add is I need some arms. My snowman has no arms. So we're gonna add using the polyline tool. I'm gonna click once, click a second time, and then double click. And that creates a polyline. Now I can make this thicker and also change the color to something that looks a little more brown. And I can do the same thing now on the other side. Just click, double click. Now I need some fingers. I'm simply gonna click once, double click, once, double click, once, double click. And now you can have some fingers or little pieces of branch. Now there's many different things you can do using these tools. You could add snow on the ground, you could add a hill, you could add a Christmas tree behind, anything you want to do. Google Draw has so many possibilities. But now, play around with it, have a little fun with it, make something of your own. That's this week's Teacher Tech Tip.
Well, we are now at the end of the show.
Yes, finally.
Why are you so excited to be over with the show? It's almost like you didn't want to be in this episode.
No, I love being in Charting Forward. It's just, I really
what?
Really want it to already be Thursday.
Why is that?
Well, so I can perform.
Oh, are you excited to be performing this Thursday?
Oh, yes. I can't wait to hear all the awesome holiday songs and also let everyone see my class's performance.
Well, today is only Monday. We have some time.
Yeah, you're right. I think I could wait.
Well, we will have to, but not for long. So let's end this thing so we are a little closer to Thursday.
Okay, let's do it. See you all later.